It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 4. So just how cold is the MLK freeze? -19 before dawn yesterday, -18 today. That's the coldest in 5 years. The last time we felt this low, February 2020. But we weren't even close to the coldest ever. In 114 years, that was -46 on Christmas Eve, 1924. These records are coming to us from the federal record-keeping station in Dillon. We know almost every winter we have pockets of the county that sink into the -20s, like we did today. Weather stations at A Basin, Breckenridge, and Loveland Pass were all still in -20s at noon. Forecasters predict tonight could be even colder. Wind chills could break -50. You can get frostbite in 10 minutes on exposed skin. Summit School District will be on 2-hour delay tomorrow morning. Buses are running 2 hours later. Half-day preschool is canceled. For a second night, Keystone has canceled night skiing for those brutal colds. The Outback Chair and Bergman Chair never did open today. Those were the only local lift closures. Montezuma Bowl at A Basin, they didn't open until afternoon. Mikasa and Breckenridge is closed for flood damage. Last night, pipes froze in a condo above the restaurant. Mikasa calls it significant damage. No reopening date yet. For a third day straight, hundreds of flights at DIA were canceled or delayed. Southwest Airlines and United suffered the most. You can expect even more flight disruptions tonight and early tomorrow. The deep freeze will not let up until midday tomorrow. Today is part 3 of our special report, Housing Goes Cold. As home prices swell and locals beg for options, one man is almost ready to leave.
It's very disheartening and defeating to constantly face rejection after rejection and wall after wall in this fight.
That was Alex Beach. He's a Frisco resident of 11 years, still hunting for a place to call home.
I wake up every day and stress about housing.
County Commissioner Tamara Pogue knows Beach. She knows he's not alone.
There is massive need across the entire economic spectrum.
She also knows money today is tighter than it's been in a decade.
We just need to produce as much as we can, and that is a factor of money. The lower we want a for sale unit to sell for, the more money the county has to use to subsidize it.
There is no silver bullet for housing, but the county is working on the next best thing. More than 400 affordable units at Lake Hill on Dam Road.
Lake Hill, right? That's where we get the biggest bang for the buck.
For 9 years, the county has spent millions on Lake Hill. Today, it's closer than ever to happening.
Really excited that we sent out finally a request of interest for developers. We actually had 7 developers apply.
Pogue says the county should have a developer picked by summer. By the end of her term in 2028, she wants to see locals moving in. Beach says he's heard this before.
Public comment is basically just shouting into the void, and they say, oh, thank you for your time, and then they go about their business.
When ready, Lake Hill will put a dent in Summit's housing need. But by then, it will be too late for Beach.
We're not saying I don't want to work for it, or I want a slopeside mansion. I want 600 square feet that I can call my own, that a landlord can't sell from underneath me.
In sports, Summit's own Gerard comes back home with a silver from the Laax Open slopestyle in Switzerland over the weekend. He's hitting his stride just in time. X Games Aspen opens this coming weekend. And in local sports, this Saturday, January 25th, it's season opener to the 4-part Mammoth Uphill Race Series at Copper. This one, it's open to skiers and split boarders. Get signed up online.